All right, we got nope, that's not how you spell that. There we go. It went out. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing happened bad. So, we got the game. We're good to go. Let's load this up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this rainy day here on the G1 Football League as we bring you today here. We've got the Inside Gaming Grizzlies, as the achievers that they are going against are going to be choosing heads or tails, and it looks like they got tails. Now, are they going to receive or are they going to kick? It is myself and James here, as always. Welcome. Really,
I'm here, Robbie.
Really coming down out there. You got a little bit of water on some of our equipment out there, to be expected with all the rain.
Indeed, I came prepared. I've got the emergency poncho that I found at a local duty-free shop. I've got my umbrella in case things start blowing in. And I got the glasses with the windshield wipers as the kickoff is and this game is underway.
And there it is. We got our first down at the 27. As hopefully out there on the field, things don't get all slip and slidey with all this rain.
With these weather conditions, Robbie, we will. I mean, as the Achievers line up in a 5-receiver set, chances are we'll see more run plays than passing plays. Folks will be more focused on knocking the ball out of each other's hands.
Ooh, Gunter with a good catch, but only gets to the 29 with it. As Ramsey tosses it off to Patillo there as we continue on. Now, why would you want to run more than pass with these kind of weather conditions?
Well, because the ball will get wet and it will become slippery, and the receivers may not be able to hold on to it and maintain possession. Whereas a simple handoff is very reliable and easy in the weather. With that, Jeff Ramsey keeps the ball himself and gets a first down.
All right, well, the more you know out there, all you wonderful people watching.
And as I'm saying this, of course, this is the second or third pass play that they've run.
As Matt Bragg gets the first down with that one.
I will say, Robbie, I do believe that this might be the first game where we've had any weather affect the play on the field. I mean, for the most part, it's been sunny skies through most of the games we've had this season.
Right? I mean, it's not always perfect weather. Things happen Jeff Ramsey just got sacked big time by Brennan Etney. As Ramsey gives it to Patillo, who tries to run and jump his way through the line in the oncoming defense as he gets to the 48. And, oh, there we go. There you see the possible wet ball coming into play there with no catch.
I mean, Robbie, I would say wet balls were a problem there, but also this is not obviously here in the G1 Football League, we have seen a lot of folks drop passes and tip balls and stuff. There's been a lot of problems. So I don't know if that was exactly because of the weather, but the fair catch is called. It looks like it is going to be down at the 7. It looks like the Grizzlies made a mistake there. Instead of just catching the ball, wanted it to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. That didn't happen.
Right, I mean, it looked like it might bounce and roll that way, but Brian Garr going back, gives it to McGrath, who's right down the sideline as he steps just out of bounds for the first down.
He was towing that out of bounds line perfectly. When he went to leap, his left foot just went out of bounds. But it is still a 20-yard pass from Garr and a first down for the Grizzlies.
Brian Garr looking, somebody coming right for him he is down at the 30.
Got taken down at the knees, but fell forward to gain 3 yards for his team.
I mean, he was looking for somebody out there, wasn't able to find him, so at some point he just had to start legging it. As now, there we go, quick bullet pass, but unfortunately unable to get grabbed by a receiver.
Third and 7.
All right, going back once again, trying to find somebody, finds him. As Campbell gets taken down right there at the 35 as soon as he grabbed it.
Short of the first down, so we will see if, yep, as I say it happens. The punt team for the Grizzlies comes out, and that is another drive that ends in a punt here today, as that is not the greatest of punts. Fair catch will be called, and the ball will be down at the 35-yard line, or at the 30-yard line, excuse me.
That's okay. You were just 5 yards off.
Almost only counts some horseshoes and hand grenades, Robbie.
And nice quick pass to Jeremy Dooley as he is down right there on the 50-yard line. Now Ramsey gives it to Patillo, who, just gets to the 50-yard line and gets stopped dead in his track. As now Ramsey making a run for it there. Gets a few yards there, able to get to the 47. As Houston, the Achievers, definitely trying. We got an audible, trying to get that running game going here, James.
Indeed, we do.
As there's another pass. Coming out with that pass to Matt Bragg for the first down. Ramsey, able to throw it away, but, we got a fumble as things getting a little slippery out there in the rain, it looks like.
Yep, as the receiver caught the ball, had possession of it, made a football move, and dropped it as he got hit, as that was a fumble. And now the Grizzlies take over as Osborne's down the sideline, tackled at the 49-yard line. The rain can do weird things on the field, Robbie. Indeed. That's why we maintain the safety of all of our players.
Quick down there at the 48. As now Garr making a run for the line, but gets stopped at the 43. As even though they are so close, we're probably going to see the punt come out.
They have to get the first down. It's a big first down. Maybe get the
All right, as there it is.
Caden Jensen catches the ball for the first down, and the drive is alive for the Grizzlies here at the Hunters 35, the Achievers 35.
All right, they can continue the drive as McGrath going down at the 32. As nothing happening there, incomplete.
It's 3rd and 7.
All right, guard looking to pass, finds Ramirez for the first down.
Despite the weather conditions, solid throws, solid catch, and a first down is had as they're threatening here in the red zone at the Achievers 19-yard line.
Tries to give it to McGrath to run up through, but gets stopped at the 16 as they are going yard by yard, closer and closer as, that was a unfortunate tipped pass that looks like they were able to touch it and hit it and just incomplete there, leading us to a 3rd and 7. As that one, we got a fumble. Who got it?
Brian Garr went up in the air after he threw the pass, came down and managed to pick up the fumble. As the field goal team is out, the field goal unit is out to kick to put the Grizzlies in the lead.
And there it is. We got our first points on the board here.
Indeed. Wind conditions almost took that ball on the other side of the uprights. As you see there, one play for 3 yards, 4 yards there. Okay, but the field goal was made. It is a 3-0 lead for the Grizzlies as the kickoff is about to happen.
All right, so slight lead here with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. As 3 points, better than no points, which the Achievers have right now, but the Grizzlies going to have to work hard. Leaping over the guy, but able to be taken down at the 34.
Made the first defender miss, but couldn't after leaping. Someone caught him from behind. It's a good return to set the Achievers up at their own 34-yard line here.
And Ramsey back to pass, gives it to Cook, who gets stopped at the 41. All right, Ramsey back to deep pass, but no good.
The Grizzly defender was there waiting for the ball. Very lucky that pass was not picked off.
Indeed, that was a big play by Ramsey. I don't think he's going to be repeating that now. Ramsey making a run for it, solidifying the first down. And, Matt Bragg. Did you see him run in there and just snatch that thing out of the air?
Indeed. He caught that like I catch donuts sometimes while we're in between games there, Robbie.
All right, now tossing it over to Patillo, who gets stopped right at the line going down for the first down. I know what I'm talking about. I know what's happening. I'm watching the game. And another good pass, this time to Jeremy Dooley, who shakes off 1-2, but gets hit by the third.
Taken down from behind, almost broke free, but he decided to cut back and maybe to the Grizzly defender waiting for him. As the Achievers are rolling down the field here.
All right, here at the 18, they are incomplete, very close, encroaching on the end zone.
Yep. The Grizzlies receiver and Grizzlies defender and the Achievers receiver made contact in the middle, and nobody got the ball there.
All right, Ramsey looking, finds Jeremy Dooley, who, just short of the end zone there.
Once again, the Ramsey to Dooley connection, much like we've seen this season with the Achievers, is in full form.
All right, we got some movement. Ramsey goes back, tries to go through the line himself, but gets stopped.
But it's meant by the Grizzlies right there.
Big sack by Quan Graham, pushing him back to the 3-yard line. All right, Ramsey looking for, Gavin Free, but unfortunately only gets 1 yard out of that pass. And they are so close, but the Grizzlies are stopping them with every ounce they can as Ramsey throws it again and finds Gavin Free again, this time for the touchdown.
A spot of TD for Gavin Free, and the Achievers are up 6-3.
There it goes. Straight through the uprights, bringing it to 7-3.
7-3.
All right, everybody lining up for the kickoff.
Indeed. Achievers about to kick off here as we got just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
And there it goes. Deep kick all the way back to the 5-yard line there. Let's now try. It breaks through and gets stopped on the outside of the field there at the 35. Going out of bounds, being taken down. There's now Gar looking, and Jensen coming in, grabbing the ball. Able to get 7 yards out of it. Gar looking for somebody, can't find anybody, makes a run for it, and goes down for the first down.
First and 10. From the 46-yard line.
Okay, Brian Gar changing things up again at the line. He sees something, and he goes for the pass, but it gets picked off by Martin. Good interception by Martin there, turning things around quickly for the Achievers, who Jeff Ramsey passing it to Patillo, as at this point the Grizzlies defense are going to have to be on point to stop a possible another touchdown from the Achievers.
Like Larry Montavia gets the first down for the Achievers.
And that is the end of the first quarter, as Well, I mean, it's a good a time as any to go ahead as the Achievers continue their drive. As I got to say, that seemed like a very quick first quarter there, James, but I ain't complaining.
One of the lower scoring quarters we've seen as Montevilla once again gets the catch for the first time. One of the lower scoring first quarters we've seen here in the Junior Football League, for us broadcasting, that is.
Right, I mean, but luckily, I mean, there are other games going on right now. We've had a few games already wrap up as Jeremy Dooley with a good catch. But like the Big House and the Sentinels, they went at it. But unfortunately, the Sentinels didn't manage to get a win because the Big House went 18-0. As, lobbed that one.
A lofty throw, just hoping for something to fall their way. Unfortunately, it falls incomplete and not intercepted. It's a 2nd and goal here at the 4.
But we did have another game that came to an end while we were doing this.
As that happened, as you mentioned, that Jeff Ramsey keeps it himself, takes it in the end zone for 6 points. And just like that, the Achievers are up 13-3 pending this extra point here. So far, it seems like a one-sided performance in this game that the Achievers are taking advantage of.
That they are. The conversion is good, but what I was talking about is with that other game that ended not too long ago. The Kind of Funny Kings went up against the California Cowboys. They had a nice game, a very tight game back and forth where the Kings and the Cowboys, the Kings managed to get 6, but the Cowboys came out ahead with 9 points. So good for the Cowboys. I don't think we've ever seen the Cowboys here on the program, have we?
I don't believe we have, Robbie. Looking back at the schedule in my notes here, I don't think we have had them.
I mean, they got that big win. You think? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of weird. We'll have to look into that maybe for next week. See if maybe we can get over to where the Cowboys and such are going to be. Maybe get them here.
Indeed.
And such.
So that would, if my notes are correct, while Gar throws a pass over to Jensen for the first down. If my notes are correct, then that would be the last two. Those would be the last two teams that we haven't had on the primetime broadcast here.
Oh, well. Thank goodness for you and your wonderful notes and everything else you got over there.
Yeah, I lost them midweek and found out that I left them at the had to send someone over to the stadium we were at last week between the in the Greensboro for the Guardians to get the notes for me. Otherwise, I'd be helpless without them. As that is another first down for the Grizzlies here on the run play by McGrath.
All right, we also have a lot of other games going on right now. Like they're wrapping up. I want to say they're in their last quarter, but there is one other game where it's Florida and the Fighting Roosters are going up against them, and
as a false start happens, and that's a 5-yard penalty for the Grizzlies.
I will say things aren't looking too good for one of those two teams that I just mentioned, and then we got the Cincinnati, the Ohio, the Buckeyes going up against the New York Rhinos as well. They're roundabout going to possibly end here in a few minutes as well. We'll have the final scores as soon as we get him. Cotton! Macon!
That is picked off by an Achiever defender. Gar tries to make the last-second dive, but can't do it. As that is another 6 points for Houston there on the pick 6 by the defender.
As now this game is now 20-3. As you know, I mean, before we went into this game, I mean, you look at some of the stats and the statistics and, you know, the overall averages for, like, maybe some offense and defense, and you would look and you would see that the Grizzlies have it more so than the Achievers. They do, in just raw numbers, but apparently the raw numbers aren't working in their favor here today.
Well, the weather may have contributed to that as well, Robbie, as the kickoff happens at the 10-yard line. It is received. Let's see if they get a decent return here.
Right, because that's the thing. I mean, up until this point, a lot of the games, at least that we've broadcast here, have been pretty clear, blue skies. This is the first time it's really come down like this. But
I will also say something that favors the Grizzlies as well. We've seen some blowouts. We've also seen some games that have gone back and forth on total scores. Gar's hit and fumbles the ball. Thankfully, his linemen were there to recover the ball safely, as it is still 2nd and 10 here.
Ooh, that was close.
We've seen 30 points scored unanswered by teams. We've seen all kinds of stuff here. So this game necessarily isn't over yet for the Grizzlies, as McGrath makes the hard-fought run for a first down.
Right. And Connor McGrath able to get through that for the first down, as the Grizzlies definitely have a uphill battle at this point, and gives it to McGrath again. Unfortunately, only makes it to the 41.
It's 2nd and 7. The ball is on the 41-yard line.
All right, Gar going back, looking to pass, and finds Campbell, who, oh no!
Another turnover by the Grizzlies, and the Achievers are there to pick it up and get possession for themselves, as they're at the Grizzlies' 46-yard line, looking to put another 7 points on the board.
I got to say, I think maybe what you said is right. I think that ball has gotten slippery from all this rain.
As Jeff almost throws another interception himself there.
From the 46-yard line.
And nice pass, this one to Jeremy Dooley, as, fumble! And did they get it? It looks like they got it back. The Grizzlies got it back.
Indeed, it's almost like the turnovers never happened, and the Grizzlies were just pushed back a couple of yards as they have the ball at their own 32, starting another drive. As again, that is the third or fourth turnover we've seen today. Probably the second one that can be attributed to the weather conditions with in regards to the equipment on the field.
Right, I mean, as that's a nice quick pass. Unfortunately, man not able to get a hold of it out there. They are so close to the first down here.
At the 39-yard line.
Gar looking, and he makes a run for it, but he passes it off to Brinson real quick, who runs over into the Achievers sideline there.
Gar had all the room in the world to run, but decided to throw a quick 2-yard pass to get the first down for his team, as they were able to stay in bounds as well.
It's 2nd and 8. From the 46-yard line.
All right, Gar with a sweet pass again to Ramirez for the first down. Able to find the sweet spot that time.
The ball is on the 37-yard line.
Gar, finds somebody open deep, but no! Body able to get their hands on it. Another big, deep pass unable to be completed here this game. As,
like an encroachment penalty here. It'll be 5 yards. 5 yards in favor of the Grizzlies here. There's now 2nd and 5 as they are driving and threatening it in Achiever territory.
Apparently, Agathon got a little excited as another good pass, this time to Canteen,
who took a shot in the process as he made the catch.
Solid run by McGrath there for the first down, making it to the 12-yard line. Gar goes back, finds Brinson this time.
Thrown into triple coverage and gets the first down, but also is pancaked there at the 1-yard line.
All right, they were so close to getting a touchdown that they desperately need. Gar fires it off, finds Ramirez again for the touchdown this time.
Like I said, Robbie, this game is far from over, and the Grizzlies are showing some fight here with just under 8 minutes left in the first half as the extra point try is out.
And it's good.
The score is now 21. 10.
As we await the kickoff here. Kickoff is received. Will we see what as I open my mouth, the Achiever returner decides to try to make a play, but ends up slipping and colliding with the Grizzlies as the field is a little wet.
And Patillo trying to make the run, tries to duck and run, gets to the 31. Is now Dooley with a good catch, making it to like the 49-yard line there. As the Houston Achievers are just cruising down this field at this point. As that could be a big catch for Gunter. Makes it, but gets, thankfully stopped there at the 24. As Ramsey trying to make a run for it, gets to the 20. As got to say, James, I don't know what they had in the first quarter, but the Bears need it back here in the second because it looks like their defense is falling a little flat. As another pass to Jeremy Dooley, who goes down at the 5-yard line.
Indeed, this Achiever offense came to play today while the Grizzlies defense is, as Dooley's already over 100 yards for the game here in the before the first half is even over. As Jack Patillo catches a ball out of the backfield for a touchdown. You hate to see it if you're a Grizzly fan, but you love it if you're an Achiever fan, as that puts the Achievers back up by 17 points here just over 5 minutes left in the first half as the extra point is on.
As I got to say, we got those final scores for you as the field goal coming in here. This score looks eerily familiar to the Florida and the Fighting Roosters score, where Florida going 22 to the Fighting Roosters 9. So Florida getting another win in that column for them. And it looks like Ohio against New York. They finished up where the Buckeyes managed to get 15 to the Rhinos 3. So good on Ohio for that. As now, kick is caught, trying to make it through, as now we've got the Grizzlies at the 24.
Indeed, the Grizzlies, of course, are going to be looking to add some points here, as I believe they get the ball back to begin the second half. So they're going to be looking for a long extended drive here to also put 7 points on the board, and that's how you started with Osborne with the catch and the first down.
It's first and 10. At the 42-yard line.
Is now nice pass to Caden Jensen. Oh, he could break it away, and
they are gone. A beautiful throw and catch executed, and Caden had no defenders around him, as that is a touchdown for the Grizzlies. We're starting to see some signs of life from the Indianapolis team here. As you see the stadium lighting off the fireworks, despite the fact that we are indeed still in a rainstorm.
I mean, they're still nice to have.
The score is now visitor.
There it is. We're now 28-17. The Grizzlies not out of this game quite yet. If they could get that ball back, we got a serious game on our hands here.
This is what fans love to see, is a competitive game. We've had a couple of blowouts, but for the most part, all the games we've shown here in prime time of the G1 Football League have indeed been competitive.
All right, going all the way back to the 5-yard line with that catch. He's trying, but he gets stopped right at the 20. All right, now the Grizzlies defense is going to have to bring it as Ramsey fires it to Patillo, who gets taken out, but not before he gets across the line for the first down. And gives it to Patillo again. Can't quite get the same return on investment there. Now Ramsey gives it to Gavin Free. Oh, unfortunately, he is down as soon as he got it. But able to get it just enough to where they should be able to get the first down here. As Patillo, gets the ball.
Carries himself and a defender over the first down marker. So we have a first down here at the Achievers 42.
And, incomplete there to Gavin Free.
It's second and 10.
As Patillo trying to run it up through the middle there. Gets to the 47.
It's third and 5. The ball is on the 47-yard line.
As now solid pass to Gunter, who gets taken out as soon as he gets the ball, but good enough for the first down.
It's first and 10.
As we get the 2-minute warning.
Indeed, the Achievers are going to be looking to put more points on the board. As I said, I believe the Grizzlies have the ball to start the second half, as the Achievers are going to be looking to maybe get a last-second field goal here to end the half.
Did you see all those hands on that ball?
Indeed, I think I saw about a baker's dozen of them there, Robbie.
Right. Unfortunately, nobody able to get a hold of it. That slippery little minx that it is today here in all this rain. We got a timeout to stop the clock.
Indeed, the Grizzlies are going to try to get the ball back as well to maybe put a couple of points on the board.
All right, as I'm being told here, maybe we'll get to it after the half. We also got another game, and it's closing minutes out there as Dooley
Once again, the Ramsey to Dooley connection is in full force as the Grizzlies really don't have an answer for it as they take another timeout here with only one left.
All right, apparently the Death Battlers and the Pittsburgh, the Pilots are going at it. They're about to wrap up. And as soon as we have that final score, we will relay you it as soon as we can. As another good pass to Matt Bragg, as everybody diving, but nobody getting the man as he gets another touchdown here today.
Indeed, Matt Bragg, with a surprising amount of speed, they're able to break away from the Grizzly defenders for a touchdown. As just like that, the Achievers are up 17 once again, pending this extra point.
I don't know, hopefully, maybe after the half, the coach can slap some sense into the defense.
Indeed, as we see there, it looks like the Achievers haven't had a too big concern about ball security as they've been throwing the ball despite the nasty conditions on the field.
Right, Ramsey definitely has a lot of trust in his receivers, it seems. Unfortunately, it seems to be the opposite with the Grizzlies.
Indeed, well, they got 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in the first half and one timeout remaining, so they do indeed have a chance to put a couple more points on the board to get them started off on the right foot going into the second half.
All right, they got it, but immediately stopped at the 19.
I think my ribs hurt because that shot was painful.
Your ribs hurt? Why? Why would they hurt? Did you not cook them right? Or wait, wrong ribs.
Are you hungry, Robbie? Do you need to go get some of that Boston crab?
No, now I want ribs. What are you talking about?
As Gar takes the ball out, gets 2 yards and tackle from behind, as that should have been as they used their last time out here.
From the 21-yard line.
I will say I would never say no to a rack of ribs.
All right, I know there's a lot of things about ribs that are good, but you got to have that good barbecue sauce.
Indeed. The sauce / dry rub makes or breaks it to the ribs for everybody, and if you find the right one, you stick with it as much as you can. As the clock is running down here in the second quarter, we get to the end of the second half.
That'll stop the clock, so that's good-ish. But the Grizzlies definitely need a big play here.
At the 29-yard line.
As now that's again an incomplete pass. As Gar seems to just be throwing it over his receivers at this point, if they're not open. As, again. And they're going to have to punt this away and just let time tick down.
I believe we will see as the punt is on, and that is deep. A fair catch will probably be called here. As chances are, we will see the Achievers come out, take a knee. They do have 3 timeouts left, so if they wanted to run some type of passing play, it wouldn't be against them. But we'll see probably a run play and the clock run down for the end of the first half here.
All right, well, I mean, let's see if they snap or they wait, because 15, now 10 seconds, and we'll be in the second half of this game.
And that is it for the first half of football here, as we have the Achievers up 35 to 17. As you see there, obviously not a super big difference statistically. Teams virtually equal in passing yards, rushing yards, and time of possession. But the big thing for the teams is that the Achievers have a pick 6 return for a touchdown, a couple of turnovers as well in favor of them. That is the key difference here at the end of the first half.
All right, but the Grizzlies getting it back here in the beginning of the first half. Hopefully, maybe they can capitalize on it a little bit as he manages to make it to the 24.
We begin the second half. We're going to be looking to see if the Grizzlies can get some points here. As you know, obviously, as I say every week, every play, every down here in the G1 Football League, no game is completely over until the clock hits 0, but at the same time, you're down 18 to start the second half. You're going to want to put points on the board before this thing gets too far out of reach.
And McGrath trying to make a run for it. Gets stopped at the 32.
Third and 2. The ball is on the 32-yard line.
And Gar looking, and makes a run for it. There it is, first down.
Tackle from behind, but indeed that extra effort at the end of the play gets the first down for the Grizzlies.
And big pass, but
almost
nothing
intercepted.
doing. Uh-oh.
Looks like an encroachment penalty on the Achievers. They'll set it up to 2nd and 5 here.
Yep, William getting a little jumpy out there. At this point, the Grizzlies take any help they can get, but that right there not very helpful.
Third and 5.
All right, Gar looking and finds Campbell. Good for a first down, and the Grizzlies can keep on going.
First and 10. The ball is on the 49-yard line.
As Gar looking for somebody, but he decides to go for it himself. And another good first down for the QB there at the 32. Uh-oh. Apparently he sees something. Got some movement out there.
The Achievers managed to get to Gar that time for a sack and a loss of 2 on the play.
Right. Apparently the Achievers did not like that Gar got that first down. No.
Like a false start on the Grizzlies. It's now a quarterback at the 39-yard line for now a 2nd and 17. The hole got that much bigger.
Right as, just in front of the receiver there. We got it incomplete.
Third and long.
You could see that he wanted it, but it was just too far ahead. Oh no, Reynolds.
Third and long.
That is a long way to that line. It is 3rd and 22.
Gonna be looking for a deep pass here. That is not how. Oh well,
Oh my God, Gar has done it.
Gar made a ridiculous run, made a defender miss, and somehow picks up the first down for the Grizzlies. Looks like there may have been some miscommunication on that one, or they were not ready for him to just straight run the ball. I fully expected that to be a 4th down situation.
Again, an unfortunate thing. If anything, I think Gar is going to single-handedly force the Inside Gaming Grizzlies to be in this game, whether they like it or not.
He is single-handedly willing this team into the positives.
Right, trying for a run with McGrath. Unfortunately, it only goes to the 20. Ooh, so a loss of 2 there. As Gar looking for somebody, anybody, doesn't see, and gets stopped at the 12-yard line. And it looks like they're just going to go for the field goal.
And the field goal is good for the Grizzlies, as you see there.
Oh,
big
my
rushing
goodness.
plays by them, including the big rushes by Brian Gar for the Grizzlies. Of course, they wanted to come away with a touchdown on that drive, but I'm sure they will take the 3 points at this point.
All right, but look at those losses as well.
Indeed, the penalties, the failed runs and plays lead to a tough drive that ultimately stalls out.
All right, hopefully, first time on defense, hopefully. With the help of Brian Gar, their quarterback, maybe the defense got a little bit of inspiration here to hold back the Achievers and get back that ball. Now Ramsey looking for somebody, finds Dooley, who gets stopped at the 32.
Second and 3.
Ramsey,
Keeps the ball himself and gets the first down.
I almost thought he didn't make it there for a second, but he made it over the line.
An extra oomph on him behind the front, moving the ball forward, gets the first down for the Achievers. And, I mean, they're going to be looking for a touchdown here. Still takes the ball and gets a nice 9-yard run on the play. They're also going to be looking to take some of the clock down as well. We still have just under 10 minutes in the third quarter. They want to run as much time off the clock as they can.
Right, and speaking of time, the time is up for that other game that I mentioned. The Death Battlers and the Pittsburgh Pilots have come to an end a couple minutes ago, and we got a final score where the Death Battlers managed to take down the Pilots 27-3. So the Death Battlers managing to come out on top as Ramsey trying to make a run for it right up through the middle, gets stopped at the 48. And Patillo stopped at the 45.
It's a 3-yard gain there, so it sets up a third and long here for the Hunters. For the Achievers, I'm sorry, the Hunters are the program that happened last night here on the G1 Sports Entertainment Channel.
Right, that's a big, deep pass, but it gets picked off.
Looks like the ball was tipped. It looks like he was looking for his favorite receiver, Dooley. He couldn't hold on, and the Grizzly defender caught it and ran it back the other way. Now they're set up at their own 42-yard line here. This could be a big swing of momentum if they manage to put the points on the board with this drive.
And indeed it will be, as Gar looking. He's looking, but no! Schlee gets it back! He gets it back! Brian Gar tries it, he gets him, and he stops him at the 20. My God, James.
Gar single-handedly saving a touchdown as that ball was tipped and immediately picked off. As just like that, somehow the Achievers find themselves in better position here as they are at the 20, as they are at the Grizzlies now 17-yard line, and it is 2nd and 3.
Oh. You hate to see that happen. The Grizzlies had a big opportunity, as now Dooley, the connection.
Indeed, the Ramsey to Dooley connection is always in full force, and if you can't stop that, you're not going to stop the Achievers, and that is exactly what happened. As they are up by 3 touchdowns at this point in the game, as that was actually Dooley's first touchdown of the day.
You hate to see that, James, but we got to kick off, and hopefully the Grizzlies, I mean, you can definitely see it. They have the drive. They have everything they need to make a comeback, but the Achievers are just, how can I put this into the precise words?
As the kickoff happens, you figure out how you want to describe what's happening.
Well, it seems like at this point, the Achievers, with this big lead, they definitely seem to be just that much bigger, more intimidating at this point, and it seems to be wearing thin on the Grizzlies.
Well, I mean, at this point, Robbie, that is an accurate vision of how this game has gone. The Grizzlies not living up to their mascot here, not able to impose their will on the Achievers, as the Achievers are, some might say overachieving, I say achieving just the right amount here. As right now, the only thing positive going for the Grizzlies is their quarterback, Brian Gar, who has made a ton of plays on his own. But if it, like in instance right there, if his receivers can't catch a ball, if they can maintain possession, if it's reliable completely on him to do everything, they will not win this game.
Right. I mean, one man does not make a team. As Gar looking, and oh no! Another interception.
And this is where when it's reliable on one player, where a team sport happens to rely on one player, if that one player struggles or fails in any way, the negative effect on that is multiplied by much bigger amounts, as that is another interception for Gar and the Grizzlies, as the Hunters and Ramsey takes the ball out for a 4-yard run, as they are just at this point they are just running the ball to run the clock down and eventually put the ball in the end zone and again get this game out of reach.
Right, and depending on who you ask, I mean, at more than one score, Patillo goes down at the 20. I mean, you could say, depending on who you are, that the Achievers are already out of reach, and they're just making that so much more prevalent by getting the ball back and possibly scoring again. As we got a fumble, but Patillo able to quickly scoop it back up.
As well, that is not a touchdown. I know the Achievers will take the free 3 points on the turnover by the Grizzlies, as that drive stalled out, as you can see there. But the good news is that they managed to put more points on the board and put the game that much farther out of reach for the Indianapolis Grizzlies. Sorry, I'm stumbling as I'm taking.
Well, I mean, at this point, they are nothing but a bunch of drizzles
I
here
mean,
in the rain. At
and
this
you know
point,
you know where you can find some grizzle is on the back of some ribs or some or gristle. I'm sorry, that's what that is, gristle. On a steak, or I'm really hungry all of a sudden.
I know you need to stop talking about it. Only to the 21 there. As now, gotta say this. I mean, if you're still here with this game, or you're just joining as a raid of some sort here on your eyes and your senses with this high-scoring affair as Houston and Indianapolis, as the Grizzlies just trying to make some headway here.
Indeed, if you're just tuning in, the Hunters of Houston, or the Achievers of Houston, sorry, I'm getting the sports confused here, Robbie. The Achievers of Houston have jumped out to a big 25-point lead here on the back of multiple turnovers, as well as some failings on the Grizzlies' part.
As that is a good catch by Caden Jensen there on the 30, making this 4th and 1. As I gotta say, it is cloudy, it's getting dark, everybody is drenched.
Thankfully, we are protected up here as the fair catch is made by Benjamin at the 40-yard line, and the Achievers will take over once again. They're probably looking to put a few more points on the board, as well as possibly just run the clock down at this point.
All right, Ramsey making a run for it. Gets stopped at the 41.
The ball is on the 41-yard line.
And, got
almost
tipped.
Intercepted. Big 3rd and 9 for the Grizzlies. If they're going to have any chance in this game, they're going to have to stop the Achievers here.
Unfortunately, that pass, no good.
As I think Ramsey was hit as he made the throw, and there was a Grizzly defender there to deflect the ball away. As the Achievers here are going to punt the ball, looking to pin the Grizzlies deep in their own territory.
And that's a fair catch at the 19. And it's a long way down that field here. As Brian Garr tries to just immediately break and just sprint for the line, but he only gets to the 24.
Indeed, like I said, right now all the Grizzlies' offense flows through Brian Garr, quarterback, as Ramirez is only able to get a couple of yards on that run. And if they're going to win, they're going to need everybody to step up at this point, being down by 25.
All right, Garr makes a good play again to Ramirez. Can he break away? No, but he gets a ton of yardage out of that pass.
That is a step and a reception in the right direction. Sometimes you need a trick play. Sometimes you just need, like I said, very lucky that was not picked off as well.
Oh, man. I mean, they got a lot to make up for. We are only in the 3rd quarter. We got a whole another quarter to go here. As Garr fires it away to McGrath.
Gets the first down and then is tackled out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Garr is very lucky he got that ball away when he did, because there was an Achiever defender hunting him down like I hunt down the all-you-can-eat buffet.
But injury, Martin. Apparently,
looks like Martin's coming up a little. Well, it looks like he shook it off, but it looks like they're just out of caution, going to take him to the field. Take him off the field for a few plays just to make sure he's okay.
All right, so maybe that'll be a boon for the Achievers here. Sorry, the Grizzlies, rather. As McGrath gets it for the first down.
Yep, the offense is now rolling. The Grizzlies starting to show signs of life here with just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Gar looking, and again, this time finds Brinson, spins to win the touchdown.
There were at least 3 or 4 Achievers there to make a tackle, but they all just kind of lazily strolled over to attempt, and of course, Brinson hit the B button, made the spin move happen, and it is now 45-26 pending the extra point, but they're going for 2 here,
They're
Robbie.
going for, I mean, they need those 2 points, though, there, James. So, this is somewhat to be expected as, he gets it away! Gives it to McGrath, and the 2 points are good!
He was wide open over there at the corner of the end zone. Nobody near him within 10 yards. It's a well-run play, and just had to give it time to develop there. It's just like that. They are within 17 points. Still within 3 scores, but the hill is lower to climb.
Right? I mean, it's no longer a mountain, but it's not quite a molehill. It's like, I don't know, it's like, what's in between? Like a, I don't know.
Mountain and a molehill, I mean, I think Mount Fuji. No, that's not right.
No, I mean, it's snowing there. I can tell you that. It's snowing on Mount Fuji, but I don't know.
As the kickoff is underway, we get the Achievers back with the ball with under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. And nothing really develops. He goes down at the 22-yard line, and that is where Jeff Ramsey and the offense will take over.
All right, hopefully the Grizzlies defense can bring the stopping power that they need to get as, did you see that?
Indeed, Jeff Ramsey was almost sacked from behind, but the ball was tipped and thankfully hit the ground before it had a chance to be intercepted by the Grizzlies.
All right, I think the Grizzlies have their claws out now.
It looks like the Achievers are starting to show cracks in the armor. That is a false start on the Houston offensive line, because it goes from 2nd and 10 to 2nd and 15 here.
As Ramsey, takes a quick slide down at the 24.
It looks like there was a miscommunication on the offense part. He just ran a broken play as he saw fit.
As there's a good pass to Gavin Free for the first down.
Looks like Gavin may have sipped some tea on the sidelines and got himself a little extra boost of energy.
All right, Williams with the ball, waiting for the snap. And there it is, gives it to Patillo, but only gets to the 37 that time.
The Grizzlies snuffed that play out and stopped him for only a 1-yard gain.
And there's a good pass again to Gavin Free, and he is good for
gets the first down and is tackled inbounds as well. As the clock is running down, let's see if the Achievers can get the play off before the end of the third quarter here. They do indeed.
And it is intercepted, but he gets stopped before any damage could be done by it, but they got the ball back, James.
Indeed, as we go to there it is. As you see, pretty close statistically in all categories. The Grizzlies with a better run game, of course, but they have the ball at the Achievers' 43-yard line, or 47-yard line, here to begin the fourth quarter. Things are continuing to look up for the Indianapolis team.
All right, can they take advantage of this goodwill, this good fortune? Unfortunately, the ball might have Yeah, the ball might have slipped out of his hand there, not finding.
You hate to see when the quarterback can't get a handle on the ball. As maybe you wonder if the Achievers should have just let the clock run out and not forced the play to end the third quarter. As maybe that's what led to the interception. But Gar's back to throw here on second down.
Oh, but he makes a break for it. But he gets stopped at the 42nd.
Once again, tackle from behind, and that is wearing on the Grizzlies quarterback. Because every time he gets tackled from behind, I think I hear a little bit of a roar out of him, or maybe it's a grunt. Unfortunate incomplete pass there. The Grizzlies are very lucky that the Achiever defender decided to play the player instead of the ball, as that could have been a lot worse for them. Robbie, if this goes through, I think this will be the longest field goal made in our football league.
This is going to be something else here, James. Look at it go, and
just a few yards short. Unfortunately, the Grizzlies really can't do anything with the ball there, as they take over at the 20. As the Achievers take over at the 25-yard line, but that.
At this point, I will give the Grizzlies this. They've got some big cojones on them to go for a kick like that. Unfortunately,
indeed, especially being down 17 in the beginning of the fourth quarter, I figured we'd see them go for it on fourth down. But alas, they went for the field goal. It was just a few yards short. And here we are with the Achievers with the ball, 2nd and 3.
As Patillo again, and he manages to just fall over the line there.
Looks like the defender and Patillo collided, and Patillo by forward momentum gets the first down. Again, if I am the Achievers, I'm just running the ball, keeping the clock rolling, keeping the ball out of the Grizzlies' hands, and just.
And
they got how you do it.
No, Hal was right there. Did you see him? It's like it was passed to that man.
Yep, Hal was there from the second Jeff let the ball go, as he was ready for it. And just like that, once again, the Grizzlies take over at the 47-yard line with a run that goes nowhere.
Right, and as the Grizzlies make their plays here, we do have two other games that ended. We got the Timberwolves, the Twitch Timberwolves. They went at it as Osborne with a nice catch going out of bounds to stop the clock even. So that is fortunate for them. Here at the 48, but the Twitch Timberwolves as McGrath with a good catch.
Solid run for him. Gets the first down. Big chunky yardage as they get ever closer to the end zone.
As now 1st and 10, the Twitch Timberwolves and the Game Attack Gorillas, they went at it. The Timberwolves managed to get 9, but the Game Attack Gorillas, they got 18. So good on the Game Attack Gorillas coming up victorious in that game. But we also had one final game that ended just minutes ago. The St. Louis Lions.
As McGrath makes a defender miss and gets to the 14 for almost a first down.
The St. Louis Lions went up against the Game Day Guardians, where the Lions managed to get a big 10 points, but that wasn't quite enough as the... I think that's a loss.
Yeah, it's a loss of one. Will they go for it here on fourth down? Nope, they send up the field goal kicker just to get a couple of points.
But 10 is not good enough to take down the Game Day Guardians. 37, James. 37.
Ooh.
Yeah.
After the performance last week, that result doesn't surprise me in the least. As you see here, a couple of big passing plays for the Grizzlies as that put them in field goal territory. And just like that, they are now down by 14.
So, yeah, that's all the other games that have happened here as well. We just need, we're at 11 minutes left on this game, and this will be it for this week of the G1 Football League. And 45-31, this is quite a game shaping up here. Caught at the 8-yard line. They're running. They're Oh, and he's down, but it's a fumble. As who got it? I think the Achievers managed to hold on to it there. Yes, they did. Oh, that was close there, James. As Ramsey trying to run through, goes down to save himself at the 48.
Indeed. Again, like I said, the Achievers are going to be looking to just run the ball, run the clock down, just keep things moving for themselves here. Not put the ball back in the hands of the Grizzlies. As Head Cook makes a catch 1 yard short of the first down.
I gotta say though, I will say that the Grizzlies defense seems to, here in these last two halves, seems to have definitely stepped up their game a little bit. They seem to be doing quite a bit more, hitting a little harder, running, getting where they need to go.
I'll give you an example, a perfect example of that, Robbie, is we haven't seen much of Jeremy Dooley here in the last about 10 minutes or so of the game. He's been relatively quiet as I guess the Grizzlies finally listened to what I said and said keep him at bay as Patillo makes the run, takes a couple of hits in the process and gets an 8 yard gain here.
All right, but yeah, I mean, they are getting very, very close. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Ramsey doesn't just instinctually go for it, but Patillo gets, taken down.
And he thought he had the first down, but the Grizzly was there to knock it back just enough so that forward momentum on the game them a yard.
And again, gives it to Patillo. I mean, he gets the first down, but he gets stopped. All right, he gets stopped at the 17. And tosses it to Patillo again.
Again, like I said, Robbie, they're doing exactly what they should be doing, running the ball, having the clock continue to move, just picking up yardage here and keeping the ball out of Indianapolis' hands.
And Ramsey looking, finds Dooley, there it is! And he dives to get the touchdown.
And he does like does a nice little magazine pose there as he falls into the end zone for the 6 points. It's just like that. The Achievers are once again up by 3 scores.
Woo. And here comes the kick. And it is good. We are now 52-31 here.
As you see there, the full bore, perfect attack executed by the Achievers, both through the air and on the ground, and that is how you win games like this. Is again, we've seen crazier things happen, but the Grizzlies' chances of winning this game have drastically dropped that much.
Right. I mean, at this point, I think the Grizzlies, obviously, they're out here. They're going to try the best they can, but I don't think they're coming back from this here, James.
No, I think this game is just enough out of their reach. But of course, like we've said, we have witnessed teams score 21 points straight without any question. So anything can happen. But also, I'm pretty sure with the way the game is going, this one is finito.
Right. I mean, if anything, today has been a good thing for somebody, for some animal, and the only animal it's been good for, well, it's a good day for a duck here. As with all this rain, it is not a good day for a grizzly, it seems. As I think maybe the rain has just weighed them down way too much. As Gar has definitely...
Both teams have clicked. The Achievers obviously have clicked better offensively, but also the Grizzlies have given up more turnovers and put the ball in the hands of the Achievers.
All right, as Gar, I mean, obviously Gar doing a lot of heavy lifting, as that is a deep pass, but
there was one Grizzly and about 6 Achievers around that play.
And luckily, none of the Achievers got a hold of it. But, man, here comes the punt. As you hate to see this. Which, I mean, obviously I'm not them. At this point, I would have went for it. But, you know, they punted it away. They did what they have to do. Maybe they can get a turnover. As we are about 7.5 minutes left here in the final quarter. I mean, he threw it to Jeremy Dooley, and Dooley doing work, catching it, but only gain of 2.
The Grizzlies snuffed that play out right away. Like Yogi Bear sniffing out the picnic baskets here. As Collins makes a catch for 6 yards, as well, and setting up a 3rd and 2 for the Achievers. If the Grizzlies are going to have a chance in this game, they have to stop the Achievers here on this play, and that is not how you do it. But Jeremy Dooley takes a shot, fumbles the ball, and Howell is there to recover for it. There are still signs of life for the Indianapolis football team.
Wow. Like I said, they here in this second half, they obviously they got those claws out. They're hitting a little harder. They're trying everything that they can. Unfortunately, the Achievers just seem to be too big, too daunting at this point. And it's definitely weighing on him, like I said. As Gar throws it away, gives it to Campbell. We got a first down at least at the 20 here. As Gar trying to make a run for it, gets to the 27.
It's 2nd and 7.
Up. Brian Gar with some movement here. And
not the time for a false start for the Grizzlies there. You don't want to see that, as now it is 2nd and 12.
The ball is on the 32-yard line.
You hate to see it as he gives it to McGrath. I mean, he gets some yardage back, but still, that hurts.
3rd and 9. At the 29-yard line.
They need this first down here, James, because they want it as that is Campbell with a good catch.
Then is pancaked at the 21-yard line, or the 17-yard line, excuse me.
At the 17-yard line.
As I got to say, though, as they get closer to the end zone, the Achievers definitely ramping up the defense, even though technically they don't have to. They have a well enough lead with about 4 minutes left that the probability of them pulling out ahead is very, very slim. As Gar again tries to run for it. I mean, you saw that Achiever was coming for him, but unfortunately the field goal team is out.
Indeed, they will take, granted, with just over 3 minutes left in the game. That field goal barely made it back between the uprights. You want to go. I'd say if you were trying to win this game there, Robbie, you're going to go for the first down there. You're going to go for the touchdown. You're not just going to take a field goal and walk home with your tail between your legs at that point.
Right. I mean, granted, with this kickoff, I mean, it'll get the Achievers way back there, but still, they need those points, and they just went for the safe field goal, 3 points. As we are at 3:33 left in the fourth.
Down by 18, down by 3 scores. They need to get the ball back very quickly, or else this game will be over, as that ball is deep into the Achievers' territory. As the Achievers will start at their own 20-yard line, and I expect to see a couple of run plays to start this off to at least get the clock moving in favor for the Achievers here, Robbie. As we see a flag and a holding penalty, it looks like that is not what you want to see on first down while you're trying to run the clock down, as that is first and 20 from the 10-yard line.
As Cook with, just over the line for the first down.
As they step to the line, continue to keep the clock moving. Kent Cook making a clutch catch there.
As
ball is almost intercepted again, as Ramsey has 3 interceptions already on the day and a couple of fumbles. The one underlying tone for this game is turnovers ahoy. As both teams have coughed the ball up more than someone trying to cover up a fart in church.
Right. I mean, because that last pass, I mean, you saw the Grizzlies going for it. They were trying, but unfortunately that ball, that throw, that is just too slippery as Patillo goes down at the 31.
Yep, as the Achievers are going to let the clock run probably to the 2-minute warning and then punt the ball away here. As the Grizzlies up to return this ball, but get down at the 34-yard line.
I mean, not a bad little return, but hopefully they can take this and take it to the end zone this time, as McGrath trying to make a run, not getting too far.
That's the 38-yard line. That's the 38-yard line.
Whew, we are at 3rd and 6 now. As Gar fires it away, and Campbell, incomplete.
As he was hit, as he threw, almost sacked. Lucky to get that ball away, but I believe we will see as to signal this game is over, the Grizzlies send out their punt team here on 4th down, and this, for all intents and purposes, Robbie, as the fair catch is called.
Yeah, this game
is in the books. I wanted to ask, do we have any more updates on any final scores or anything like that before this game is over?
This is the game. This is it right here. But, I mean, from what I understand, though,
Patillo gets a 9-yard run on 1st down to make it 2nd and 1.
From what I understand, though, after a week away, actually helping, from what I understand, helping the football, or not football, but the baseball people, the G1. Ramsey is going to be out thanks to an injury for 3 plays, unfortunately. After that hit, he looks okay, but safety reasons. But apparently, the wrestling show, the Wrestling Universe shows, are going to be back this week after helping get a bunch of the games in order. Because believe it or not.
Once again, the Ramsey to Dooley, apologies, Robbie, to cut you off there, but Ramsey to Dooley gets the big 1st down, and we will probably see a timeout from Indianapolis, but that is for all intents and purposes probably the last big 3rd game.
All right, but, I mean, the wrestling is back after taking a week away to help the baseball guys finish out their regular season and get all the games and stuff going. So that's awesome for them, and awesome that they got that help. And it'll be good to see the wrestling back in action after being away. I mean, obviously.
Also, as well, don't forget that means that because of all that wonderful help, the Junior Baseball League is in full force into their start of their playoffs.
Right. From what I understand, next week will be the first playoff games, because there's another timeout called.
As it sounded like, from what I heard on social media, it sounded like their announcers looks like here, Rod and Jim miscalculated on how the playoffs are going to be set up bracket-wise. So tune in to see what teams will face off, what games are played, and who comes out on top. As right now, much like here in the G1 Football League, the team from Florida is a heavy favorite. As there's just 43 seconds left, I believe we will see one last run, and that will be it.
As that'll do it.
Free gets to the 3, and that should be the last play of the game here, unless the Achievers really want to prove a point and score another touchdown.
I think that's gonna. Oh, Patillo! Oh, adding insult to injury, diving in for the touchdown with 11 seconds on the clock.
To go up by 24, much like in baseball, there are some unwritten rules, and that may have just broken one of them. So be prepared for some animosity after this game, as the extra point is on to go up by 25.
Oh my goodness. Apparently the Achievers looking to pad their stats or something here. I mean, you can hear the unhappiness with some of the people in the stands. I mean, maybe it's just with the game or the fact that it's rained this whole time, but either way. All right, but here's the kickoff, and this is going to be the final play, as they're just going to essentially give the Grizzlies the ball and end it there.
I believe we will see, unless they try to run this return out, run the last 11 seconds down, we'll see Gar take a knee or hand the ball up one last time. We're going to see a return for a touchdown here to end the game. Will the Achiever defender catch him? No, we won't. And that is how we end this game, folks, with the return kickoff for a touchdown. I was making a joke. I didn't think it would actually happen, Robbie.
Oh, my God, James. The absolute insanity here.
They say you score one more time. Well, F you, we're scoring one more time here, as it is now, as they're going for 2 here. Oh man,
there's nothing on the clock. This is insane, James. I can't believe what is happening right now.
Have an untimed play here as Gar is short as he went out, as he reached out for it. As the insanity comes to an end, the final score is 59 for Houston, 40 for the Grizzlies of Indianapolis. And that is it for us here today. An exciting finish, a weird finish at that.
But yes,
not something we were prepared for.
No, it is not. I will say that with an unsurmountable amount of certainty, but the Achievers 59, the Grizzlies 40. That is it for this week. We'll be back next week with more G1 football action. Fucking returned it.
Like, that's the highlight. Like, that's one of the many things that happened in this game. There's the extra touchdown at the end by the Achievers. And then, of course, in all that mess, let's not forget the oops that happened during the game.
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning. This fucking thing.
Oh, that was
fucking
great.
Hell.
That was so great. Oh, I mean,
I make a joke. I was like, or they could just run the clock up by running the ball. And he's gone. Okay. That's the end of the game.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was so wonderful. Good luck.
And again, we see a 90-point game.